Hey Sagittarius, this is Hal for HES Ultimage, and this is your divination forecast for the month of April. Hey guys, long time no, long time no see, not quite, but long time no talk, most definitely. Everybody had a lot of questions about March as far as like, why are the videos so much shorter? Why did all of the other videos disappear all of a sudden? And I'll be answering all those questions now. And yeah, I'll just get into it, but if you don't feel like hearing me talk, you can always fast forward to where I'm holding up the cards, and then you'll kind of figure out when I start doing the reading. But as most people know, I don't have a filter. I don't try and hide, who I am from people. And I like to keep you guys updated about, what's going on with me, basically, because it is relevant. Especially when I consider the whole period that we've been going through as a collective, because we've all had a lot of challenges between end of February, early March, many of them very spiritual or karmic or very emotional, and myself included. And now I'll go into it. So I was actually going through a spiritual ascension, and that's pretty much an evolution of your abilities. And during that period, I was just like hooking into all these different channels, all these different energies and entities, because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what was happening. Like, as much as like my abilities like have evolved so rapidly, at the same time, like I had never been doing my work so frequently that I was like always tapped in. And it's just like once this ascension period happened, I just started like ingesting everything. So it's like I learned a lot of new things about the span of my abilities, because now I'm actually capable of intuiting spirit through my actual body, like a channeler, which I never thought I would ever do. And I also learned automatic writing. And during that period, I went through such an overload, and like some of the energy would like just twist all of a sudden, and part of that might just be a reflection of my own energy or other entities that I was picking up. But at any rate, like I was freaked out, guys. The way I worded it is I was like Phoenix from X-Men, where she's like, I am Phoenix, and just like burns everything to the ground and then like collapses upon herself because she's so drained from all the energy. Um, that's literally pretty much what was happening to me during that period. Um, like I would overload on energy, and like the two times I overloaded the most, the first it felt like my body was set on fire, and then I was like dead and had to like regenerate enough energy to even like just move and function. And the second time I tanked on my energy, it felt like my heart was being repeatedly stabbed with a knife. So fun stuff. I'm wondering if that is what people call spiritual death, but if so, then I would say that's pretty damn close. But yeah, so fun stuff. But now I'm really seeing, the significance of why I had to go through it. And springboarding off of that, so that's why I wound up removing most of those old videos. It's kind of one of those things where it was like, it seemed like a good idea at the time. No, I'm kidding. But it's kind of that idea that I had to get out the old energy and some of the archetypes of that old energy, because I got rid of two decks of cards that I just didn't feel represented who I was anymore. Which is fine, because I mean they weren't super important anyhow. Like I would never get rid of a deck that I was truly connected to, and it's like I actually have new decks, and I'm still going to use all my old ones that that were true to me. But I got a bunch of new decks too, which you're going to be enjoying this video. Yay! I always love new cards. Okay, and as you guys know, I always mix and match my cards too, which is kind of what makes my style particularly unique. I don't know anybody who does that. But anyhow, so yeah, that's what I was going through, and that's the other thing. I refunded about a week's worth of readings when I was really in that super, super low point where like my energy just totally tanked and overflowed. So I apologize to anyone who I had to refund the reading to. It was really just a week worth of people. So it wasn't that many, but still, like, I wanted to mention something because I would have loved to have read for you, but I believe very strongly in the ethics of what I do, And I can't ever do a reading for someone if I think my energy is going haywire or effed up in some way. Yeah, I caught it. So that's why I did it. So, I mean, someday I would love to read for you, you know, especially now that I'm feeling way better, because this is not normal for me. I never experienced this before. I've had evolutions of my abilities where I was learning new things, but this was literally like a mass evolution where now it's like I've discovered that I'm capable of far more with my spiritual work than I would have ever perceived. But through that process, I had to face a lot of my shadows and demons and all this other stuff, and it's like it was super intense, guys. And I know I'm not the only person who's been feeling this. A lot of other people have, and a lot of people who aren't into spiritual work have still had really sharp emotional challenges that were thrown in. For some people, even vicariously through the other people in their lives who were feeling this type of stuff. But anyhow, that's why all of that stuff happened. But from here, I'm going to continue to build my channel up again, and we're going to pretty much push through with all this new great energy that's coming in through April. Because I'm probably going to take March down too, because that wasn't very me. I mean, it was still me, but it wasn't like this me, which, you know, is like super mega ultra me to the max. Anyhow, but all right, just moving forward. A few more things, and then we're getting into it. And again, if you're bored, just fast forward. It's okay. I won't be offended. I won't even know you did it. All right, so other few updates. Birthday just passed. That was March the 20th. Visited my brother with my family in Colorado, so got to recharge that way too. Feeling great now, guys. I'm so happy to be doing new videos again, so I can just be myself again. God. That's the other thing. For those of you who saw my earlier videos, some of you know that before I even did this work, I was planning a comic company, and that I was very serious about it, and I had already taken a number of different steps towards making it a reality, one of which was actually purchasing merchandise. And I just realized very recently that one of these pieces of merchandise is actually relevant to what I do now, even though it's just really cool too. But it's actually an energy bracelet. They're these beautiful silicone and steel bracelets that I had imported from China, from this small but very beautifully detail-oriented company that used like the best materials, and were so attentive and so very focused on creating something of quality. Because I know that like the country gets a bad rep for manufacturing, but I mean, this company really was just phenomenal in making sure that they created exactly what I wanted, and they really did. But anyhow, the energy bracelet, it's like, and when I got them, I was just like, I didn't even care about the energy element. Like, I just thought they were really banging cool bracelets. But it contains these bioelements that help pretty much balance out your ions. And, you know, anything that we feel energetically is also linked to, you know, spiritual connection and also good energy. So, so here we go. I'm going to show you the silver tone first. Black, blue, and green. Oh, and the colors aren't perfect because of the auto lighting from my camera, but I will have a picture on the website, and that's like the perfect shading to show you what like the real colors are. Like they're not that far off, but okay, this is black metal. So light blue and red, and then gold tone metal, violet, my personal favorite, orange, yeah, and then yellow. All right, and that was the other funny coincidence. The branding colors of my comic company, Destiny Line Comics, which is the name that I do own, because I'm actually registered through the government. I still technically have the company. It's not functioning at all, but I do have it. coincidentally, I used prism colors for the branding colors, which happen to coincide with the colors of the 7 chakras. So yeah, funny how things work. But but yeah, so if you're interested in those, they'll be on my website. Probably put them in a separate tab that says apparel or something, so they won't be in the personal reading section. They'll be in a separate section. Okay, but you could always just like check out my website. Link will be below. So if you're interested in them, they are really awesome, and they fit every wrist because I have a teeny tiny wrist, and they fit me, and my bestie has like a huge wrist, and they fit him too. So that was a big deal for me to have something adjustable so everybody can enjoy it. But like they really are beautiful quality, super comfortable, and they're fun and they're cool. They're fashiony, and it's like even the colors I made so that they would be mature, so they look like something sophisticated, that you can like match with anything. But anyhow, the other thing is that I just wanted to really quickly show you, it actually has laser printed into the metal what is the logo of that company, my company, even though it's not relevant right now, but just so you know what it is and why the hell it's there. It's an inkstone with lines going from it. And the inkstone represents the stake that we hold in our own future by making choices and like, you know, taking initiative on our own lives. The lines represent all of the things that we can't predict and all of the unforeseen circumstances that occur from those decisions. But yeah, so that is what that represents. But it just looks really cool too. All right. Okay, guys, I'm just about there. Springboarding off of the bracelets. If you're an artist or you know an artist who might be interested in a collaboration, I really haven't given up on that comic company, even though, you know, who knows, it might take years before I can get back into it. But if you know anybody or you are someone with significant artistic ability who could actually create a comic or collaborate with others to make one, hit me up and we can maybe, you know, through YouTube, through my website, whatever, and we could just like, you know, knock things around and see if we might be a match or whatever. My writing is really advanced. I'm a fantasy writer. It's not typical at all. But anyhow, if you're interested, then contact me. Or if you have a referral, then refer them to me or whatever. And obviously, like, I'm just making ends meet right now as it is, but if I wind up producing that comic with that person or people, then obviously they will receive compensation for it if we produce the physical comic, okay? All right, now, wrapping it up for real, and then we're getting to the reading. So like I said, videos will be at their regular length again. I might bring back weeklies, okay? I know people would be excited about that. They wouldn't be regularly, though. It would only be if I have the free time to do them, or I feel like we need that extra boost that week, then I'll do them, okay? So they won't be consistent. They would just be like, oh, he did a weekly this week, yay. And people know, if they've seen them before, I do them for every single sign. It's like 5-10 minutes for each sign, or like 5 to 7 for each sign. Like, I don't do that. Like, I labeled them water, air, fire, and earth, but I was doing every damn sign. So I'll probably just relabel them so people actually know it's for all three. All right, and hopefully reinstating those educational videos. I only had a few up, but I do believe that I need to create that resource with crystal meditation for people, and spiritual protection, etc. So I'll get to that too, and get to building that back up, and then that's going to stay there. And it's good that I'm redoing them because I know with the main crystal med one, I actually said the F word by accident, and it limited a lot of people from being able to watch it. So it's actually good that I'll be able to redo those so everybody can get that resource. Alrighty. Now we're getting to the reading. Yay! All right. And Sagittarius, there's a lot of energy here. Not gonna lie. There's a whole straight just for the overall energy with pairs. So let's get into this. Ah, yes. All right. Already great energy. And I gotta be honest, guys, April is looking like a banging month for everybody. I know end of February into early March was brutal for most people, or whole of February into early March. The rest of March was kind of a healing and rehabilitation kind of deal. April's when things get fun again, when things get happy again and empowered, okay? Here we go. First set for overall energy for Sagittarius April. The Lady, paired with the Child. Okay, so these two paired together, this version of the Lady has to do with sincerity and depth. Paired with the Child, it shows reconnecting to joy, reconnecting to your inner child, if you want to call it that. Reconnecting to freedom, because a lot of us have felt really caged up in our own feelings, and our own shadows and inner demons and all that stuff. So these are great energies to be starting with. So it's showing a greater depth and sincerity towards your connection to joy, to life and living and being out and being free and joyful. This is really important for a few people I know. So really great stuff to start with. But we've got even more, and then we've got even more than that. Okay. Oh, yeah. I just really know somebody in my life needs this, so I'm really happy to be seeing these. All right. Inspirations paired with sunrise. Okay, so sunrise shows the dawning of new energies, new passion. I would say rebirth of our energy, because a lot of people's energies have been tanking lately, mine included, if you actually care to listen to the intro. So this is brilliant energy coming forth because it's paired with inspirations. Inspirations has to do with ideas, sparks of insight, realizations about oneself in life. Because these are paired together, it shows reinvigoration and rebirth and just okay, because of the fact that we're using fire a lot, relighting of this energy, okay? Of this new energy that we're welcoming through our ideas, our perceptions, and reflections. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to get to the next ones. Yep. And what was I just saying? Okay. Spiral Dance, the goddess, paired with her grace. All right, these are paired together. Spiral Dance, the goddess, has to do with cycles of darkness and light. What was I just talking about? I wonder. So again, it has to do with that fact that the cycles shift between darkness and light when we're facing our demons, and then when we're empowered again and we see our own light and we see our own potential and strength because we face the shadow. We are exiting the shadow period, like I was saying, and we're re-entering the light period. Her grace being paired with it shows the wisdom and strength that has resulted from going through the shadow period. God, I'm happy for this person. Okay. I mean, I'm happy for everybody because we're all starting to step out of the super intense energy and the craziness and the challenges and the big karmic learning in order to step into power again. God, I'm loving April. All right, so here we go. That was just overall energy, guys. I still got the whole, reflection, action, reaping, and all that other good stuff. Okay. Energy surrounding you for this month. I like this. The house. You know what this is showing me? It's showing me security. It's showing me stability. It's showing me comfort. Okay? Because it's this idea that you can find your center again. It's kind of that old, okay, here you go. Now you know I'm back to myself again because I'm using corny phrasing. It's like that idea of home is where the heart is. You find the stability for your heart. And because this is energy surrounding you, it's the flavor of the month, but also the flavor that others possess. Okay, so others can give you a sense of security and support this month. So you can find shelter in other people, also within your home base, wherever that is, whether that's, your home, somebody else's home, the home you find within others through their support and through their, connection to you. So it could even be somebody who feels like home to you. You know what I mean? All right. Energy you are bringing. Okay. The clover. And if autofix would stop fuzzing me out. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. The clover. So this is brilliant energy. Clover showing me luck, good fortune, brightness. Brightness is a big energy of the clover because it's even got this radiance to it. So it's showing me that you're going to step into April feeling a lot better about life and about yourself. Again, I know it's been really hard. And if you don't feel like that stepping into April, by the end of April, you will feel the good energy again, okay? Because it's like, it shows that you are possessing the good energy, okay? And the spirit of great things and fortune and happiness. And some of that fortune might even just be stepping out of the darkness, okay, guys? And again, this might not be immediate. It really might just be a symptom of completing the month of April, okay? Reflection. Haha, I love this. Oh, I love these new decks. Okay. The bear. And then right after that is the stars. Okay? So the bear represents sustenance, okay? And again, bear's a very stable animal too, very robust. So I would say, seeing this in reflection, it shows me it's the idea that, like, I believe if you step inside, I'm saying this to a lot of people, seeing the wisdom in what has been, because again, you're going to be stepping out of the darkness, you're going to be empowered again. The bear shows the sustenance again. It shows that you're going to be fed when it comes to your soul, because again, a lot of people were tanking in that department, myself included. The stars is the other part of the reflection. I would say looking to your hopes, dreams, and wishes to give you strength, or to give yourself, sustenance, a sense of fullness is what you need to do this month in order to propel yourself forward and get back into the light. Part of the challenges that were resultant of the other energies was this thing where some people would be challenged about their dreams or their wishes or their hopes, and that's a part of facing your demons. So I would say the reflection is showing me you need to reignite your passions and your sense that you're connecting to your heart and to your dreams, okay? Because that's essential to you stepping into the light again, okay? Like, the only way you can step into the light is by connecting again with those goals. Okay, action. Yeah, here we go, guys. Action. The Rider. Very great. I know how important this is to somebody who's very dear to me. All right, and the Sickle. These two paired together are fan-freaking-tastic. The Rider shows me you being prepared to step out into the public again, step out into your goals again. You're getting back on the horse, okay? I know that is the corniest way I could have possibly worded that, but again, it's like, that's how you know I'm back to myself, making my jokes, my bad jokes again. But there we go, the Rider. Paired with the Sickle, it shows me now you have an instrument of empowerment again. An instrument that can help you reap rewards or fortune again, help you even just take life by the horns again. Because I know that some people I knew were feeling crippled by this other energy to the point where they couldn't make anything, happen, or felt debilitated. This energy is showing me not only will you be able to step back into life, and step forward into life and be back on a path again, but that you will have an instrument of power in your pocket, okay? Whether that's just your mind, your body, your spirit, you're going to feel that you've regained that instrument of power, okay? Reaping, we've got a lot in here. Here we go. Wow, great energy, guys. Okay, here we go. The stone ring paired with the mountain. Okay, I'll just show you all of them and then I'll go into them. Dance of the planets. Important one. And the light field. All right. So here we go. Stone ring is about protection. In this case, I would say it's about grounding. So it's about feeling protected through grounding yourself. Because I know that's been a big problem for a lot of people, feeling ungrounded, myself included. Once I got off of that power trip and that energy trip, it was like I just sunk back into my body. Like there was a complete suspension. Okay, so if anybody's been feeling that, this shows me the idea of grounding and stability coming back again by the end of April, okay? Paired with the mountain shows even more stability, even more earth energy. But again, stone ring is about protection of that suit. So this really is about gaining back your stability, gaining back your rooting, your sense of protection, your sense of stability. And it's like an anchor because it's funny. Pisces got the anchor, and that's my own sign. One of a few of my signs because I know my full chart. And someday you can too, because I had a video about that, then I didn't, so I guess I'll do one again, right? But again, this is about you finding your stability, your rooting, your strength again. It's like that idea of someone or something being your rock. You get to find your rock again. God, this is so important for somebody I know. Okay. Next one. Dance of the planets. This represents to me astrological transits. I know this had to have to do with transits because we've been going through this as a collective, as a world. Even if it's not classically astrological, I'm not a big astrology person. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's not something I do personally when it comes to examination. Dance of the Planets shows me in reaping. Now you're going to be reaping the next cycle of where the energy is moving, okay? So don't be concerned. I know a lot of people are fearful right now. There isn't a reason to be fearful, okay? You know, other people can tell you that, and you know, if there was a reason to be, I'd tell you. That's my personality. I'm the guy who usually tells you things are going to be challenging, right? But anyhow, energy's going to be getting a lot better, guys. So the time for fear is over, okay? So chillax. Like, we're stepping out of that energy, okay? Feel good about it. And guess what? This confirms it even more. It's the light field. This represents the full panorama, the full overall landscape of wonderful possibilities and bright possibilities. And for you to be able to perceive the world in a brighter, lighter way. All right? So it's just like I was saying, we're stepping out of the dark energy now. It's okay to feel good about life again, okay? And you should feel good about life again. We should always feel good about life, but again, it's like that thing about the cycles of light and dark. Sometimes we need to see the dark in order to find greater power and evolution. It's just the way it works, guys. I have learned this just as much as anybody else. But yeah, there we have it. So that is your April. If you'd like a personal reading, hit the link below. Hope you do. Hope you have an awesome April. Buy a DLC bracelet. Just kidding. And I'll see you later, okay?